When you talk about these interventions, are you perhaps looking to improve the police process for, any of these victims or families who are looking for police assistance?
I think without a doubt, on what we own in terms of service delivery, there are always opportunities to enhance that. We still know that people would rather not come to us to report.
Why do you think that is still?
The stigma is there that, first of all, the psychology behind victimization is there's an element of, how much more is this going to get worse if I do X, Y, or Z? And policing, coming to the police, has been sometimes seen as an aggravator to that, right? But, lots happen. We were very open at telling people that our processes and ability to come alongside victims to protect their safety and integrity is matured so much, but it has to be a continuous evaluation of how we can improve those processes. And a lot of people don't come to us because they're also would rather go to an alternative like source, right? If whether it be a community-based outlet to report or find help. The fears of, what about transitional housing is available for me if I step into crisis mode? Where am I going to take myself or my dependents?
And we know the resources there are already strapped.
It's already strapped, but I think this is where the collaborative approach comes to, and we're employing it in a variety of different areas. We, from a human trafficking standpoint, we know our region is probably one of the largest centers for that, but we have invested and we're building with partners transitional housing for women or partners in crisis coming out of these scenarios. So,
like police physically involved with that?
As a partner in the construction, the grant funding, the development of them, yes.
Wow. Why? Tell me why. I mean, generally, is that something we see police doing?
We're not really, but so in my perspective and nationally, there are many agencies, not-for-profit, social services, or institutions that have always been waiting for collaboration. So there's a lot of willingness, but many public safety issues are done in silos, and whereas the health, the hospital systems are doing one thing, the region's doing the same thing, police are trying to do the same thing, and I think the awareness globally across the province is that we have to look at collaboratives. And usually what we find, and I'm not empirically stating this, but is that the ones that feel the biggest pressure are the ones that sometimes help guide or shepherd the collaborations initially until the right people are at the table and the egress out of it. That has happened in Saskatchewan, it's happened in Ontario. It happens with a concept called the situation tables, which I'm not sure if you're aware of. It's a grassroots multi-sector collaborative where if, for example, you're at Nish's house every Friday night for a dispute, instead of officers showing up every Friday night trying to resolve it, somebody leaving in handcuffs, is midweek to say, what is it and why are we at Nish's house? Is because there's an addictions problem or employment? Is to try to find a midweek opportunity to provide connection to services.
Gotcha.
So that idea has been patented and done right across this country. It was, in almost all cases, the police lead it and then they egress out of it once the leadership base is built. So to answer your question, why are we participating is because we see the pressures with victims that are in crisis. We're the ones, where you can see it in their eyes when we're interviewing them, is that, okay, great, there's a criminal process about to begin with, my partner, and what happens to me now physically? There are resources, the beds are short and limited, but for us to bring, we're the crossroads of having line of sight to so many people who are wanting to help. It's very natural for us to bring people together.
You also recently launched a pilot project, 21 Division, where it kind of changes how the response to domestic violence, correct? Where it wouldn't be uniformed police officers, it would kind of be detectives. How's that going, and are we going to be seeing it in all the divisions?
Yeah, so first of all, and in my 4 months here, and experience in other police organizations, is that having a dedicated team of individuals that have consistency, understand the victimization of people, and can give consistent service delivery, and when we bring somebody in, investigate a matter, and have case continuity has always been the best model. In Peel Region, it is one that we're starting in one division, and it's been a remarkable success. With certainty, it is one of our strategic priorities is to have a dedicated team across the whole region that is committed to dealing with intimate partner family violence. So versus the inconsistency of the officer of the day, you're going to get some expertise and also better understanding of how to manage the case as it goes through the first 24 hours, the next 3 months, 6 months, victim management and our commitment to support those that are affected by it.
And is it still in a pilot phase?
It's still in a pilot phase. It began in January, so and we are, at the milestone assessment phases, and then as we're entering a new budget year, we are looking at the variety of options because some police agencies have it centralized, and some have it decentralized where it's in each community.
Gotcha.
And so I just need to look at where that, how that looks like. But with certainty, this organization will have that resource committed in one form or another.